Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on a new series that we are starting in Planet Zoo. It's going to be called Forsaken, and it is an abandoned zoo, and I've been very excited about starting this one, and I hope you are too. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So we're working on just a small parking lot. It looks a little weird to me. I'm not sure if I should extend it, make it bigger, or what. So just let me know in the comments below if you think I should make the parking lot bigger, wider. I don't know, it feels weird, but I didn't want to make it the whole length of the part of the zoo that we can make it. So I don't know, just let me know what you think. And we will be jumping around a lot just because it took maybe about 6 hours for me to record all this, and when you look at it, it doesn't seem like it should have taken 6 hours, but it did. So I do jump cut around a lot just because I don't want you to see like repetitive things and whatnot, just so you know, a heads up with that. So I did start with these cute little planters to begin with here. I thought that would have been a nice little thing to break up this parking lot, I guess. Yeah. So that's what I did here, and then I do use these planters. Well, I will use these throughout the zoo to try and keep the theme the same. And then I got this cute little handicap sign on the workshop. I got it from, I'm probably gonna butcher the name and I'm sorry. Let's see, SueysideUp. Yeah, so I will put a link to all of the creations and stuff that I got from the Steam Workshop in the in a link below. Sorry, I'm trying to record this rather quickly before I have to go to work, so I apologize if I am rushing things, but I really wanted to make sure I got this up today. Yeah, so here I'm just kind of working on the little path that we will be using throughout the zoo, and I'm not too thrilled with it. I don't know, it kind of looks a little bland to me. In there I was using the stamp tool to try and get the terrain level with the path so that we can have people walk on it instead of like their ankles being totally cut out. So that's what we did there. And here we are making a little ramp for like wheelchairs or anyone who needs a ramp instead of these little steps. So that's what we do here. And then on the other sides right here. And yeah, so I would really love a lot of input on this. I want to know if this is something you guys really like, something you're interested in actually becoming a series. So please let me know, because I like it. I don't know if anyone else does, and if no one else is really interested in it, then I won't continue with it. But yes, and also I would just love any sort of feedback, and if you guys wanted to put those in the comments below or in the Discord, there's going to be a different section for this zoo, just because I really want to make it as nice as possible. So yeah, so I would love as much feedback, good, bad, ugly, I don't care. I would just love any sort of feedback. But yeah, so I was going to use some fonts made in the workshop, but I didn't see any that I really wanted for the opening sign, because I wanted it to be larger. But all the signs that I saw, or the fonts that I saw online, were kind of, they were smaller, and none of them really fit with what I wanted to go with. Not so bubbly, but these do the job. So I'm just kind of making everything look a little wonky, like it's been there and it's kind of broken. So that's kind of what I do throughout the video. I'll place things and make them look nice, and then I kind of make them not look nice, and push them down and around and whatever I think makes it look eerie and spooky. Even though, I don't know, it's a zoo, I don't think it can look too spooky. But yeah, so here I just continue with the path, and we just jump cut. There we are with the planters. I just placed them a few other spots to make it look a little nicer. And man, let me tell you, I hate working with these this pathing system. I don't know if I should put the path down before I put my like fake path down, so I could see it better. I don't know. But here we start to add some of what makes it extremely abandoned, like with the plants just everywhere and all crazy like. And I really like what I did with this tree here. I don't believe I do it right now, but I end up putting a one of those roots. I just like extend a root out of it, and I think that's pretty cool. I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. So here I kind of just pull the terrain up in certain spots to kind of make it look like the parking lot was like torn up, beaten, and just that the ground has overgrown through it. And that's why I kind of add long grass throughout, because I want it to just really look like, give it that extra feel that it's abandoned, no one's taking care of it. And so there's just grass growing through the pavement, and yeah, so here we're just placing things. I don't know how I feel about this. I believe it's like caribou moss. I think it adds a different color and texture, but I don't know. I think it looks better once I put ivy underneath it, but just by itself I feel like it looks a little silly. Maybe it looks more like trash is thrown everywhere. I don't know. So here we are with the elephant grass, and that just, I think it makes things look 100 times better once you throw that around. And I throw that like everywhere. Maybe go a little overboard, I don't know. But I think in the end it turned out pretty cool. And I mean, I'm happy with it. And yeah, so here we are just placing the elephant grass everywhere. And again, let me know, because I wasn't sure how much to cut out. I'm not sure how fun it is to watch someone place all these plants, or if I should just place a few and then cut to the end. Because I know this video is a little bit longer because I wasn't quite sure what to cut out and what to leave in. And I know that when I place all this foliage, that's what really makes it come to life or come to abandoned. So I don't know if that's something you guys want to see me placing it, or if I should just place a few and then cut to like the next plant that I'm placing, do a few and then cut that. I don't know, let me know. Just let me know what you guys would like to see, because I know 23 minutes is a little long for a video. So yeah, just let me know. So we're just placing some more ivy around. I think ivy really helps make things look super spooky, at least in my opinion. So we place that everywhere. That'll be on all the buildings, on all the everything. Ivy is literally the go-to. Ivy and the elephant grass. But this is, we are in South America, I believe. So I did try to stay with like South American plants and whatnot. But ivy and elephant grass they're just a must, because they just make it look extra spooky. Yeah, so here I'm placing the ivy underneath that caribou moss, and I think it made it look a little bit better. I'm still not sure how I feel about it, but oh well, it's done. And that is that. I mean, I guess I could always go back and remove it. But then if I remove it, I feel like it would probably look empty. I don't know. And here we're placing some ferns. I really like ferns. I don't think I placed enough. In fact, I don't think I even placed any more after the front. I placed some in the gift shop, but no, I don't believe I placed any anywhere else. Maybe I'll go back in and do that. But yep, so just more plants and bushes. So I really like shoving these bushes down to make it look like there's like grass popping through, other than like the elephant grass and stuff. Oh yeah, so here's where we extend these roots out, and they don't really match any other trees except for these trees. I can't remember what they're called, but it seems like they match these ones way better. So I should probably use them more throughout the zoo so I can actually really use those roots, because I think that could be really cool if we have like the roots breaking through like the sidewalk and stuff. I think that would be pretty snazzy. And here we start on the actual entrance of the zoo. So in here we have a gift shop, a ticket booth, a couple restrooms, and then the actual entrance where the guests will walk through. So I wasn't sure if I should make all of that in this video, but it all kind of went together, so I decided to. And I'm really trying to like finish things and actually put detail into my builds because I actually want it to look nice. And I wish that I raised at least the gift shop, so then I could have added more detail to like the flooring and added some curbs and some steps, but I didn't. And I feel like it'd be too much of a hassle to go in and try and do that because I don't build everything on the grill. I don't build everything on the grid because I like these weird angles, which can come back to haunt me. So I think it would be difficult to try and go in and fix that. Oh, so I loved this. I don't know why. So the glass, I think it's like the modern glass. I think it looks perfect as like a broken glass type of look. So I do use that, and almost like everywhere there's a window where I can put a window, that's what I use because I think it's just so cool. And then I use this. I think that looks like a cool like glass door. It looks like double doors that you can open there. I know that was a really quick look at it, but I thought that was really cool too. So I do use that for the front and the back of the gift shop because that's the gift shop right there. And I kind of like what I did here. So I wanted it to be like a two-sided ticket entrance place, but I didn't want it to be like 8 wide. So, and I guess I jumped to that very quickly. So I put it's like a metal wall. I just put it where the wall should be, and then I bring the block wall forward, and then it looks kind of like there's like a metal thing that's closing the window, and I was like, oh, that's pretty snazzy. Yes, so here I just couldn't, I really wanted to build my own things. Because I love just building my own stuff, and I just didn't have time. Again, it took me just so long trying to edit or record this video, and I wanted to build my own little gift shop items, but I just decided to go in and grab some from the workshop. So I believe these ones are from DerVigilante. So again, I will put the link in the description below. But I thought these worked pretty snazzy, so I went with these. Kind of cute. I don't know, this building was a very weird shape, so it was kind of hard for me to like fill it properly. But yeah. So, and then again, if I'm doing something repetitively, like putting all these posts and poles in, then I'll just show you a little bit, and then I'll just cut to something else. But yeah, that was basically the gift shop. Nothing crazy. And I realized I forgot to put lights on the inside of the head shop. The head shop? I literally cannot talk. I forgot to put lights inside of the gift shop. And so that I will most likely go back in and do that because it just looks a little silly. So I'm awful with roofs, and of course it doesn't help that I build things at such a wonky angle. I mean, I think this roof turned out fine. It's kind of like a V. So it works, and then I just duplicate the same roof to the other side. And I love that bathroom sign. I don't know, I think it's silly because it's all like wonky and sideways. I just thought that helped with the abandoned look that we were going for. So here I'm trying to build like a cute little sunshady area, so I do cut out a lot of this. So I think it turned out nice. I'm scared to build things at angles because of the rhino habitat. When I tried to get fancy in the Cleveland Zoo episode, I believe it's like the rhinos part 1, I tried to get fancy and build some roof, and it just did not turn out at all. It was so bad. So like I tried to not get too fancy. So this is just a simple little sunshade. I wish it was kind of at an angle, but I mean, I think it works. And here I'm working with the roofs because again, I don't build anything properly. So I had to like duplicate the roof so I can have a little bit of an edge coming off, because I don't think they don't really have any edges of like the roofs. I wish it would extend over the walls a little bit, because I feel like that's what real houses look like. They have like a little extension to the roof, but you can't really do that in Planet Zoo. But that's okay. So that's what I did there. And here I'm just building the same thing. So I just cut it because you don't need to see me build it twice. just a little shady thing over the ticket booth. So here I'm trying to work out like the staff area and how I wanted that to look. And so I figured out a little layout, and it's fine. It's not perfect, but it works. And then laying the signs everywhere and making them all wonky. And I decided to add these little things, so I'll probably use these throughout the zoo. Just for some extra detail to like tie in things together. And I decided I'm going with like a red and then like a reddy orange color because I wanted it to kind of look rustic. So that's why we were going with the fence, at least the fence leading in the gates. They're like an orangey reddy color because I really wanted it to look rusted, and that was the best I could come up with. So that's what we did there. So now we are working on just spicing up the ticket booth and adding these signs, and I think it looked cute. Oh yes, so these were the fonts that I was trying to use earlier when I was building the Forsaken entrance gate. So I decided to keep them and use them for like the tickets and the gift shop. So these are by, I believe it's Rycie, and this is the Berlin font, but again I will put this the link in the description below so you can also use this font. And yeah, I think it worked for what I was going with. And man, I wish like gate thingies, I wish I did something more with these, like push them over some fallen or something. So I will most likely go back in and do that, so it gives it a little more something. So here we are placing the planters again, so I will be using those throughout the zoo to kind of tie it all together. So here I really wanted to use this water fountain, and I just wanted it to look like a mess. So it's just like the top part has fallen over, and that's basically it with that. And then we do decorate it show, because I know at the end I do decide to cut out a lot of the plants that I'm placing. So here just doing some more of the entrance area, adding some rope and some more signs to the gift shop and the entrance. And here's that little awning that we decided to tilt over, so it kind of looks like it's I don't know, blown over, broken, I don't know, something like that. So the gift shop, and now I just place a few lights here and there. So I do cut that out since you don't really want to see me place lights everywhere. So I wanted to light up the words at the front, but these lights I think were too bright, so I was like, let's tone that down and find something else. So this gives it a little eerie, spooky vibe, but I feel like it can't really be spooky with those bubbly letters. And then I put those flowers on there, so I think that makes it not look so spooky either. So that's just a little bit of lighting there. Yes, so I wanted to make my own benches, but again, I just didn't have time. So I went into the workshop and I found these cute little benches by Tiffalu. So those will be in the link. A link will be in the description below, because I really wanted to put benches just where benches should be, you know, but because the path doesn't line up, they don't sit properly. So I just found these benches. I thought they look pretty cute, nice and snazzy, so I put those around, and I think it makes it look like 100 times better. I can hear a car out front. So again, here I am decorating a little bit. So I do jump cut this a lot just because I figured you don't really want to see me place every single plant, because I do place a lot. So I try to jump cut where I think it looks fine. Yeah, so here's just a whole bunch of ivy everywhere, because I think ivy's just the real MVP of this build. You just throw it everywhere and make it look good. So here I'm adding just little details like doors and some windows to make things look a little more realistic. And now I'm kind of working on the staff area, just adding these little posts around, and then of course more benches. And never mind, I guess I wasn't working on the staff area just yet. We're over here at the gift shop. Here we go, now the staff area. I just added this fence, nothing crazy. And here I'm just trying to get that little dirt and stuff around, make it look like it's been abandoned for a while. And more of these planters. And now we're just going back and again adding more vines everywhere and ivy. And then I forgot to like fill that little gap there, so that's what I did there. And yeah, so we're just placing those everywhere. And I really wanted to get these vines or ivy hanging down from this little lattice work. So that's what I was doing there, and I think that makes it look super cool. Because I'd love to like walk through things. They're just like dangling. So I always try to do that, put like some dangly dudes in like doorways or paths. And I do add a few vines. And they're alright. Maybe I'll add them more throughout. Ooh, but I loved adding this. I made it blue. I made some blue lights here because I thought it was like very midnighty, and then I added them there. Oh, so here we are to the cinematics. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you have any just any input. I would love to hear what you have to say, if I should do this instead of that, or just little tips and tricks to make things look a little bit better. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on the next episode. And thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye!